Oh, what is the upskins, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast. We're on episode 147 of my wrestling recap show, where once a week I go through all of the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, let you know what's going on storyline-wise, and at the end of the show I give you my 3 stars of the week. And when there is a big old pay-per-view, I will be doing a separate pay-per-view review, and that is what we're doing right now. We are doing WWE's SummerSlam pay-per-view review. Let's just do it. Let's get the freaking heck in there. They are in Cleveland, Ohio, in their massive Cleveland Browns stadium thingy. Whole bunch of people there. And we start the show with, well, there was a 3-hour pre-show, which had nothing on it. Zero wrestling, absolutely nothing. I scrolled through the whole thing. There was, some shenaniganery, some funny stuff, some interviews and all that crap, but nothing important. So we start with Triple H welcoming the crowd, and then Jelly Roll performs a song. It was a pretty good performance from Mr. Roll. It's not necessarily my type of music, but it was pretty good. We get the opening match is the Women's World Championship match. It is Liv Morgan defending against Rhea Ripley with Dom Dom. Rhea is dominating the match early, just pummeling Liv Morgan finally after all the crap she put her through. Morgan throws Rhea into the corner, popping Ripley's shoulder out. Not for real, but you know what I'm saying. Rhea charges into the announce table to put her shoulder back in. I bursted out laughing on that one. It was just so out of nowhere, and I was like, oh my goodness. So that was funny. We get a crucifix bomb by Liv. That gets a near fall. Ripley deadlift one-arm power bomb. Pretty damn impressive. Liv grabs a chair. Rhea counters, hits the riptide. Rhea goes for the chair instead of the pin. Dom stops Ripley, making Mommy very upset. Liv nails the Oblivion. Ripley kicks at. Dom distracts the referee, allowing Liv to hit Ripley with an Oblivion on the steel chair. Dom, what are you doing? Morgan pins and retains. The heck? Liv is celebrating with her title, and Dom grabs Liv and plants a big ol' smooch on Liv. Oh my goodness. Pat McAfee is absolutely flipping out on commentary, calls Dom a piece of shit. He might get in trouble for that one, but gonna be hell to pay after that one right there, Dom. Match overall was pretty solid. It's the story that's being built between Liv and Ripley. That's the big spotlight of this match right here. Ripley's popped out shoulder, it was interesting. She was trying to smash it back in a few times. It was okay. Ripley wanting to use the chair, though, instead of getting the win. Like, she had the win right in front of you. All you had to do was pin. Then she goes to get the chair. I thought that was pretty damn silly. Though I cannot wait to see how Ripley is going to bounce back. Or is she going to crumble, like, after this massive betrayal? Like, what's going to happen? I imagine she's going to go on her own revenge tour. But, listen to this. Could we please do another ladder match for Dom Mysterio's custody? We need Liv Morgan versus Ripley. Let's do it at Mania. Let's recreate that classic 2006 SummerSlam, Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. Match was solid overall. I enjoyed the story, obviously, but the match was kind of it was okay. 6 out of 10. We move on. It's Damian Priest. He's flipping out backstage. He is super pissed off about Dom's betrayal, no doubt. Priest questions Finn Balor if he knew anything about it. Finn says he knew nothing. We move on to the next match. It is the Intercontinental Championship match. Sami Zayn defending against Braun Breaker. Braun nails the Breaker Steiner. That's what we're calling it now. I really like that. Sami counters Breaker's Bulldog into a Blue Thunder Bomb. We get a Helluva Kick countered by a Breaker Spear. Braun loads up another spear. It connects, pins, and new Intercontinental Champion. It's Braun Breaker. Oh my goodness. Surprisingly short match, which, I mean, I'm disappointed, but it does make Braun look really strong. I mean, it's not a squash match by any means, but it was a lot faster than their last match, which means Braun was much more prepared, I would say. Sami, hot start, almost worked. He did catch Braun off guard at the beginning, but Sami doesn't have an answer for those freaking spears this time. Definitely not as good as their last title match that they had. Could have gone for like another 5 minutes, could have hit another gear or two. But, great job building up Breakker so far. I feel he is an absolute monster right now. He's incredibly talented. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10. We move now to the United States Championship match. It's Logan Paul with Machine Gun Kelly. He's here. He is defending against LA Knight. Yeah. Knight smashes up Logan Paul's Prime truck a little bit. Like, he smashes one window, which looks super fake. Not the best. But we get a brawl on the outside before the bell. Logan spits Prime in Knight's face. That's disgusting. Logan flat-backed onto the announce table, which the table does not break. Just looks like a fucking really painful bump, which it probably was. Knight, impressive leap up to the top, nails a elbow drop. Paul, crazy springboard moonsault out of freaking nowhere. And man, he got crazy height. Absolutely gorgeous. The replay was awesome. Thumbs up. Paul hits the KO punch, but Knight is not knocked out. He kicks out. Knight leaps to the top, delivers a scary as hell looking superplex buster thing on Logan. He almost dies, but he's okay. Prime Boys get beaten up by Mr. Knight. Machine Gun Kelly gives Logan the brass knuckles. Paul hits Knight with the knucks, goes for the buckshot lariat, but it's LA Knight counters into the BFT pins, and no! United States Champion, it's LA Knight. Yeah, finally, LA Knight is a champion. I will give credit to Logan being by far the best celebrity wrestler I have ever seen. Great performance from Logan. He's still wowing me with, like, something new each time I see this guy wrestle. That springboard backflip was fantastic. Awesome for LA Knight becoming champion. The crowd's been behind him in a major way for quite some time. This was a very good match. 7.5 out of 10. We move now to the WWE Women's Championship match. It's Bayley defending against Nia Jax. Camera pans, showing off tons of empty floor seats. Like, makes me upset. I know it's, people are not there. It's not that it wasn't sold out. It's that people see a women's match and they're like, oh, I'm going to go up, take a shit, take a piss, get some food and stuff like that. And that cameraman's going to get fired for showing off that shot right there. There were so many empty seats. Not good. We get Nia. She misses an apron and top rope leg drop, hurting her hole. If you get it, you get it. Bayley to belly out of absolutely nowhere. Nia Jax kicks out of that. Nia hits a mediocre-looking annihilator. Bayley thankfully kicks out of that crap. Bayley nails a huge powerbomb on Nia, popping the crowd. That was hella impressive. Thumbs up. Bayley connects with the elbow drop. Nia kicks out of that. Tiffany Stratton decides now is a good time to run down with her briefcase. Everyone's going crazy, but thankfully, Bayley stops Tiffy with a singular punch, and that's done. Jax nails 2 powerbombs and 2 more annihilators of varying quality. Pins Bayley, and new WWE Women's Champion, it's Nia Jax. Wow. Bit of a slow start to this one, but it did really ramp up towards the finish. Tiffany coming out as a distraction. Well done. Definitely made the crowd lose their freaking minds. I was pissed when she came out because I was like, oh, great, she's coming in at a terrible time. Makes no sense. So I was hoping it was a distraction, which it looked like it was just a distraction. So that's cool with me. I am very happy for Nia Jax. I think it's insane that it's only her second time as a women's champion. Always been a huge fan of Nia Jax. I know she's a little reckless and dangerous and shit like that, but she's just so awesome. Yeah, a solid little run overall for Bayley as champion. I mean, it was not bad. It's probably not good. It's probably going to end up being a little bit forgotten. Match overall was good, 7 out of 10. And we move on now to Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with Seth Rollins as special guest referee, and Seth wearing quite the outfit for his entrance. He had the big old referee zebra print looking coat, but underneath he's just kind of got a sleeveless referee shirt with lace on it. It's a thing. So we have Seth Rollins not counting. He's not counting the count on the outside because he's too busy dancing while Drew smashes Punk into the announce table a whole bunch of times. Punk gets catapulted into the steel ring frame. Drew is dominating Punk with suplexes and power bombs. Seth counts the pin, pretty fair, but Drew still gets in his face about it. He's like, nah, you're not counting properly. And Seth's like, dog, I'm doing my best. Drew grabs a chair. Seth gonna let it go, but then he changes his mind and takes the chair away, almost hitting CM Punk in that action. We get CM Punk fights back with a elbow drop and locks in the Anaconda Vice. Hey now. We get Drew nails a Claymore out of nowhere. Punk kicks out of that. Punk goes for the GTS, but stops when he sees Seth wearing the bracelet that Drew McIntyre dropped, which belongs to CM Punk. Punk shoves Seth out of frustration, making Seth late to the pinfall when Punk hits Drew with a go to sleep. So we get a near fall there. Rollins flips out on Punk, says nobody wants him here. Oh. Punk hits Rollins with a GTS. Drew kicks Punk in the ding-ding, hits a Claymore. Rollins is hesitant to make the 3 count, but he does the job, and Drew McIntyre wins. Yeah! I am very happy that Drew won, and he dominated Punk for most of the match, I would say. Rollins was a good, mostly unbiased referee, fairly entertaining. I still don't really see the need for it. There's probably going to be storyline implications for it, but anyway, I loved when Seth chewed out CM Punk. He's like, no one wants you here, rah, 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 rah. That was great. CM Punk, good effort. Cool to see the Anaconda Vice and GTS again. I used to love that combo when he was doing it in ECW. Just hit like a kind of like a bookend into the Anaconda Vice. Love that shit. Good match, told a really good story. 7 out of 10. And now it is the World Heavyweight Championship match. Damian Priest defending against Gunther. Priest hits a nice Super Rana Falcon Arrow combo. Damian going ham on Gunther with kicks and chops, busting open Gunther's chest. We got a bloody chest, folks. Gunther beating down the champion with vicious strikes. Damian asking for more. Gunther happily obliges, gives him some more. Finn Balor shows up to support his homie Damian Priest. Gunther kicks Finn in the face. This fires up Priest. Damian goes off, hits a Razor's Edge and South of Heaven, pins, and Finn Balor puts Gunther's foot on the ropes. What the fucking fuck? Priest is stunned. He gets caught in Gunther's sleeper hold. Damian rolls out, almost steals the pin on Gunther. Priest sees red. He goes after Balor, choking him out. Gunther power bombs Priest, locks in another sleeper. Priest is out like a light, and new World Heavyweight Champion, it's Gunther. Oh my goodness. Hell yeah, Gunther. This dude has been grinding his way to the top through the Indies, through NXT. Now he is finally the world champion. Thumbs up for that. Very physical fight this match was. Gunther's chest was beaten up very badly, bleeding in multiple places. I don't know if I've ever seen Gunther's body beaten up that badly, at least in a long time. I love Gunther's style, winning with unconventional moves like a straight up powerbomb, a sleeper hold, just stuff like that. I love it. Priest taking lots of punishment throughout the match, kept fighting back. Great effort from Damian. Crowd getting behind Priest throughout the match. That was good. And I really liked the title run for Damian overall. He had consistently good quality matches. He's still not a phenom on the microphone or anything, but he's definitely gotten a lot better. Like, he still flubs his words and shit, but for the most part, man, he had some pretty damn good promos. This was a banger match. 8 out of 10. We got Miz and R-Truth. They come out to announce the attendance of over 57,000 fans in attendance. Theory and Waller arrive, trash-talking Awesome Truth. Says everybody in Ohio looks like Jelly Roll. If you don't know what Jelly Roll looks like, he's a rather large fellow with a lot of tattoos on his face, and he kind of looks like he's been in prison, but hey, that's some funny shit. R-Truth mistakes a A-Town Down Under for the Rock and Rollers, which is just insane. Jelly Roll sneaks in with a chair and hits Theory and Waller with said chair. Jelly then nails a beautiful choke slam. I mean, more credit to Theory with the excellent sell, but that shit was dope. We get a 15 knuckle shuffle by Jelly, Truth, and Miz, and then they dance. I like that. That was fun. And now we are set up for the main event. It's the undisputed WWE Championship on the line. Cody Rhodes defends against Solo Sikoa in Bloodline Rules, which is basically no disqualification. We get Cody walks with his gorgeous doggo and then runs into Arn frickin' Anderson. Holy shit, haven't seen that guy in WWE in a long time. Arnold gives Cody a pep talk, says that Cody has friends nearby. Solo and Cody start the match without any backup, just one man, just Solo and Cody. Very interesting. Solo did a good scouting job, I would say, countering Cody's signature moves. Cody's like, the fuck is going on? Cody Cutter doesn't affect Solo much at all. Like, Solo gets up before Cody does. Cody with a Terry Funk-like moonsault catches Solo on the top of the head a little bit. Sikoa again slows Cody's momentum with a big ol' slam. Cody counters Solo's counter with a crossroads. Then the shenanigans begin. Bloodline arrive, beating down Cody. Solo pins, but Rhodes kicks out. Cody's backup finally arrives. It's Kevin Owens. But Kevin gets overwhelmed. Finally, Kevin's backup arrives. It's Randy. We get RKO. They go to work, clear out Bloodline, and hit Solo with a power slam frog splash combo. Crossroads and Solo barely kicks out. Cody hits Solo with the steel steps a whole bunch of times. Solo counters with a spear out of nowhere, sending the stairs flying. Cody kicks out. Cody avoids a hip attack, hits 2 crossroads, and then Jacob Fatu arrives, attacking Cody with some awesome moonsaults. Solo covers Cody, and Cody kicks out again. Fatu top rope splash puts Cody through the friggin' announce table. Looks super painful, especially for Fatu. Thumbs up, that was sick. Solo hits his own splash, still not enough for the championship. The Tribal Chiefs music hits. Holy shit, he's here. Massive pop for Roman Reigns, who is in the building. Oh my goodness. Roman enters the ring, nails Solo with a Superman punch and a spear. Roman gives the nod to Cody and then leaves. Fuck yeah, Roman. Thumbs up. That was sick. That was awesome. Thank you, Roman chants fill the stadium as Cody nails a crossroads to retain the championship. My goodness, that was an epic event right there. After 4 months, Roman finally returns to the biggest pop the big dog has ever received. That was awesome. Match had shenanigans as expected in a no disqualification, but they were not bad. I mean, Fatu coming in, that shit was awesome. Roman Reigns coming in, that was awesome. It was a long match, but it had a pretty good pace to it. I didn't feel like it dragged that much. Solo looked strong as hell, kicking out of pretty much everything. Cody always looking super resilient as always. The match itself was, it was good, but with all the extra, Roman Reigns coming in and all that, that was a lot of fun. 8.5 out of 10. And that is the end of the show. Holy jumping. Very good SummerSlam, delivering the awesome moments. I mean, Dom's Dom betraying Rhea Ripley, my goodness. It was going to be one way or the other. That was kind of what the whole match was about. Like, all right, what's Dom going to do? Is he going to go with Rhea? Is he going to go with Liv? And we got that answer. Going to be very interesting story going forward. We got 4 title changes happened on this card. That's a lot of title changes. Big shift in the company right there. Balor betraying Damian Priest. That was a huge surprise for me. And of course, the big return of the big dog, Roman Reigns. That was fucking fantastic. Wrestling overall was enjoyable throughout. None of the matches were bad. Nothing stunk or anything like that. Sammy versus Braun Breaker. Honestly, I was hoping for that to be the show stealer, to be the match of the night. It was still good. Just was hoping they would hit that another gear, but really good chance that they aren't done with each other and we're going to see them fight again. I mean, Sammy's probably going to be asking for a rematch, and we'll probably get that banger one more time. Ripley versus Liv match honestly felt a little off or rushed just to kind of get to that big turn moment. The match definitely felt like background noise a little bit. We're just waiting for the big Dom moment, what he was going to do. Best match for me was Gunther versus Priest. It was just super physical, as expected, but possibly even more physical. The main event, though, was really good. The match was really good, but topped with all that extra big moments and all that, made it my favorite match of the night. So, yeah, let me know what your favorite match of the night was. What was your least favorite one? I didn't really have one that I didn't like, but I guess if I had to pick one that was my least favorite, it would be Liv versus Rhea Ripley. The show overall was very long, 4-hour pay-per-view show with the 3-hour kickoff show with absolutely no wrestling on it. So I didn't watch that whole entire thing, but that was a long-ass show. I'm thinking it looks like a huge shift for both brands, SmackDown and Raw. A whole bunch of new champions, so that was very exciting. I like that. Great job setting up lots of must-see television for the next few weeks with all these storylines. Overall, I'm going to hit SummerSlam with a 7.5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of the show. And prediction-wise, I don't remember 100% what I picked, but I think I got rather 5 out of 7 or 6 out of 7. The only one that I got wrong 100% was Bayley. I thought Bayley would defend the title successfully, and then Tiffany Stratton would cash in and more than likely be the champion. I was hoping Tiffany Stratton would come out of SummerSlam as the champion, but hey, Nia Jax as the champion, I like that too. Nia Jax is the shit. I like her a lot. So we'll see how that one goes. I didn't watch the after show press conferences. I saw a little bit of Nia Jax talking, and she made me laugh because she was like, "Oh, I'm trying to hide my cleavage with my championship." So that's Nia Jax for you folks. So she is fantastic. But let me know what you thought of the show overall. Not the best SummerSlam overall. Not going to go down as the greatest in history, but I thought it was a very good show. I highly enjoyed it. It's not going to go down as the best show of the year, but yeah, I had a good time there with Cleveland. Good crowd. Again, I kind of, I'm not the biggest fan of the stadium events in the outdoors, and the no roof situation really makes the crowd not sound as crazy. But I will admit, for a stadium crowd, they got pretty fucking loud when Roman came out. You can hear them pretty damn good. But if that happened inside of a stadium, like with the roof and everything, imagine that going down in Madison Square Garden. That pop would have been in-fucking-sane. So again, I'm not a big fan of the stadium stuff. Prefer the sounds of an arena show, but I had a good time. 7.5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of SummerSlam. Favorite match, least favorite match, all that shit. What was the biggest surprise? Are you shocked that Gunther's the champion now? Are you shocked that Dom fucking cheated and now he's going with Liv Morgan? Craziness. Can't wait to watch Monday Night Raw. And thank you, everybody, so much for listening. You the best. You want to be even more the best, make sure you're hitting that review button, hit the likes, the stars, whatever you got to do. Helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. You can also check out all these episodes on the YouTube channel, Gamer GX Videos, where I upload them. You can watch them. Great place to drop a comment. You have a question, concerns, anything like that, drop a comment. Send in a question related to video games, wrestling, hockey. I'll try my best with something else, but those are my specialties. I would love to answer your questions, shout you out on the podcast, all that good stuff. There's also an email address if you want to have a private conversation. That's all good with me. My door is open for everyone and anyone. And there we go, everybody. Can't wait to watch the wrestling this week. Your weekly recap is up already, and here is your SummerSlam review. I did a Mario Kart 64 GamerCast episode this week, so you can check that one out. In terms of what's going on this week for the GamerCast, going to have the Hockey Cast coming up this week. Going to be doing some more overviews on teams in the NHL, see where they are, where they're going, where they should be, all that jazz, along with some other news that's going on in the NHL. WrestleCast should be your standard recap. I don't think there are any pay-per-views this week, but All In, Wembley, or All Out, whatever, is coming up at the end of the month. So that's going to be a crazy big pay-per-view, the biggest one for AEW. So that should be a lot of fun. Be looking forward to that at the end of the month. And in terms of the GamerCast, hoping to get Metal Gear Solid 5 for this week. But if not, it'll be next week, and I'll have something else for you this week on the GamerCast. So one more time, thank you everybody so much for listening. We'll be back again with some GX Plus Cast.